We're in the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the gun, Murphy. That's caught by the tight end, Harrison Bryant. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
45-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Murphy. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine, Donovan Peoples-Jones. And that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again, Murphy. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Browns nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Murphy. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Murphy. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
59 mark, 59 mark, check, 59. Go on, dance, go. Check your heart rate.
Following the penalty, Chubb. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Murphy. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
But this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Murphy from the gun on 3rd down. He completes it to Bryant. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. From the gun, Murphy. Open man is Ross, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
At the 28-yard line.
Off the play fake, Murphy. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
7 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the
operating from the gun. Murphy eluding the pressure right. And that's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
To throw is Murphy. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. A nice run leaves him just inches from a first. Could they possibly be tempted to try this on 4th and about a foot? Running for it. Here's Chubb. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. He's got his man on the crossing route. 30. The 20, 10, and he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run, and even 90 yards. So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal. The quick slant caught, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and goal from the 1. Off the option, that's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Touchdown, Baltimore.
From a yard out. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score, Ravens 21. Browns.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit. They're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. From the gun, Murphy going deep downfield for Ross. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away, and it's second down. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Nick Chubb, the ball carrier.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The Browns on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. So his struggles just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
First down, Baltimore.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Escaping the pressure right. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Touchdown.
A 15-yard touchdown grab as the Ravens push further out in front. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 27 yards there, a first down.
At the 44-yard line.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at about the 32. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Hey, middle.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And now he'll tuck it and run. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Baltimore.
A 12-yard touchdown grab. And this offense continues to pour it on.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow, because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Chubb. And he'll get this across the 40 and up to about the 42-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
7.
59 Mike. 59 Mike. Check, check. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. We own them. Check 13. Check 13.
Here's Murphy to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Check 15, no street. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Hey, let's get that ball, D.
Back to throw. Murphy winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32.
A gain of 43.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Jackson now. He's going to let it go again. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Number 83.
And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 47. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
At the 49-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
To number 83.
A big play there. Becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown.
Makes the score.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Murphy now, off the play fake. Being chased out left. And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. After the interception, here's Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first.
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
To throw is Jackson, operating from the gun. And that is caught. And he has now tied the record. Touchdown. And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record. 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes, someone delivering it accurately, offensive line giving him time to throw the ball. A true team record, but he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
Takes this about 5 yards deep.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. Jakeem Grant.
Yeah, baby. We come again.
And they are not going to catch him. He's in.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want him to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Santos able to tack on the extra point. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, a short throw caught by Andrews. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in.
And a Raven first down.
Now Jackson on first down. His throw caught right around the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
For 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
3rd quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10.
Check, 59. Come on, D. Check 24, check 24. 70 Lion.
Now a dump off here complete. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 12 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Now Chubb. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Ball carrier. Tackle made at his 48-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. And we're back now here in Cleveland. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 39. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Chubb on the counter, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
Third down and 12.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down.
Single receiver. Check. Single receiver. 59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59. We don't want this.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is incomplete. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
The ball
and he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Taken down.
That one 28 yards on the ground.
28-yard gain. First down, Baltimore.
Past the 20. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Hang on here. They declined that. So the yardage will stand.
There has to be confusion coming from the bench to the field about what their intentions are, because you guarantee they want the penalty. Turn down that big yardage gained against them. Instead, they turn down the penalty, and the yardage stands.
And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They run, Chubb, and he'll get this only up to about the 35. They call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now left side, the completion to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
And at the 49.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And this is incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, guys, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Horn, check, 59, 59. Watch the pass, watch the pass. Check 59.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. They go play action now. Jackson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with exactly 1 minute to go in the football game. Here's Jamie Gillen now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. Now this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. That one good for 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Watch the out. Watch the out.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's complete. Hooper. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. Back to throw again. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he goes out right around the 39. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he will be out of bounds here with zeros on the clock as this ball game is over. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Baltimore, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign.